let go. Okay, guys, and then I'll have to do my wands in a second. Okay, so let's flip this around. Oh, yeah, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. See this big old mess? Can you guys see this mess? I'm sure it's probably on already. Let's move some of my stuff. Hang on, guys, I'm going to put you down. I'll show you what I've been working on, or trying to work on. Come on, let's go. Oh, it's not accepting my finger. There we go. Okay. I was going to put you down for just a second, and hopefully we can hold you there. Oh, let's move some of this. Whoa, let's move some of this stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Here's a couple. Are we working good? Okay. Good morning. Anyway, couple little things. It's just sort of a rambly, chatty type, whatever. Move my mess. I was asked, well, this is going to be a chat? No, whatever. I don't know if you guys have seen, I was in one of the other bath bomb groups, I'd say a couple weeks ago. And, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen my video where I pre-mix my lakes in these little containers with just baking soda, so that when I'm making my bombs, the colors are consistent from batch to batch. Well, I saw on another group a similar thing, but done with the actual dyes. And you guys know that dyes are water soluble, so you have to mix the dye color first, and then you add it to your mix. Well, in one of the groups, I saw someone doing, they were coloring their soda with the liquid dyes. So I tried some. And to be honest, I don't really like it. This is it. I mean, I like the color, but I'm having a heck of a time getting it to dry. I'm sure I'll probably have to spread it on a cookie sheet. That's probably the best way to do it. But I got this bright idea last night. I thought, well, hey, I already got the color in here. Let's try making some embeds. So I added some soda, and that's a whole other story. But I added some soda. Where can I put this so I don't spill it? I'll just put you there for now. Stay. Please stay. So anyways, I added some soda, just farting around, and thought that I would try to make some embeds in these little molds. Well, I've heard people talk about how it rises, and it gets real crazy. Well, this stuff rose and rose and rose and rose and rose, and I mean rose. I was beating it down. And it was just a basic mix like you do for embeds. So this is what happened. So I was going to see if I can't pop them out and see what happens. Should be rather interesting. I don't even know if I can get them out, to be honest. And I know they're going to be way huge, but let's just see what happens. Oh, okay, so this was the star mold, and I was afraid that they did. That they rose so much that they actually kind of came out of the mold. Let's just see if I can get a couple out to show you. So, yeah, they're all stuck together. But anyways, I was trying. Okay, so I did manage to get the star, but you see all this other crap around the edge, so that's just, you know, whatever. And then, oh god, that's hard. Then I did the rose mold, so let me just see if I can pop out some of those. This should be really interesting, because I'm sure they grew too. Well, I know they grew, but I want to see if they're actually roses. If not, I'm going back to my normal recipe as far as embeds go. But, oh, they're so hard. Okay, well, this is what happened. So anyways, there's my roses. Obviously, I have to break them out. No biggie. But anyways, this little video, you guys know that I use my bling balm, mostly. Well, I have other recipes that I haven't shared. So, yesterday, since I was asked to do some man bombs, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try something. So, my normal bling balm recipe, what I did, and I wrote it down so that we wouldn't forget. I didn't use the normal oil that I normally use. I actually used fractionated coconut, so that's a change. I actually, oh, here it is. I actually changed, instead of 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, I did 1 tablespoon of cream of tartar, and 1 tablespoon of kaolin clay. Kaolin clay usually hates me, but I was trying to, here, I ended up getting a couple of these little dog paws, which are really cute, so they just might be testers to see. And then I actually put Epsom salts in it, but I didn't do a lot. I just did some of my colored. Remember when I colored my salts the other day? So I just added some colored salts, probably about 2 tablespoons total for the whole batch. But I was asked to do man bombs, and it's for a boy about the same age as Shane. So I was asking him, I'm like, what would be good for a man bomb for a boy? So he said to me, he goes, oh, Mom, cars or something creepy or whatever. And as far as molds go, all I had was this, if you guys can see it, the silicone car mold. And you guys know how hard it is to do a bath bomb in these silicone molds. So that's why I sort of changed the recipe. So you guys are going to be with me today while I unbox this. Unbox it while you know what I mean, unmold it to see what the outcome is. Now, to do this, this is going to be a mess, my big messy thing. I'm going to put this on. Hang on, let's just wipe all this off so I don't get it everywhere. It's all my loose stuff. It smells really nice. I used Dark for Men. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tray on here, upside down, like so. And then I'm going to just turn it over. So now, here's my mold with my car bath bombs, fingers crossed. The only ones I was really concerned about, and I do mean really, was these, if you can see the race cars, because they're so thin and narrow at the front end where their nose cones are. I'm thinking that I kept getting cracks across here when I was looking at the other side. That's why I decided to leave these in the molds overnight. So these have been in here for over 12 hours. Hopefully these ones and these ones should be okay, but it's these ones I'm worried about. So we're going to unmold them and have a look and see how it goes. So I'm going to unmold the bigger ones first, and all I'm going to do is just kind of stretch the silicone. Oh, I lost a tire. Okay, well that's a no-no. Yeah, I didn't think that these were going to work. No, well, there's the first one. Fail. See, clay hates me, but I don't know if it's the clay. Yeah, there's the first one. A chunk of bomb. Well, there's a bag of dust. I would like to at least get like maybe 1 or 2 of these out at least. They're not going to obviously be a regular if that's the way they're going to behave. But, oh, we got almost one. We lost a wing. And we lost part. Oh, the whole wing just fell off. Oh, that would have been cute. It was almost like the mix was too powdery, to be honest with you guys. So I don't know if it was the mix. Like, I should have probably just stuck with the bling bomb. I'm sure of it. Yeah, he broke right in half. Well, see, silicone molds suck. I need to find a plastic one. Oh, you would have been perfect, but you cracked right down the middle. Damn. You know, well, we're going to have a bag of man dust bombs. Dust bag, whatever. Alright, here goes the race car. Ha! Here goes the last race car. Pull. 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 I guess you should pop out, not pull out. Wow, what a drag. Well, there you go. That's what happened. So we need to find either a different mix. Maybe I'll go back to my bling bomb. There's my poor cars. What a drag, eh? What a drag. So the only thing that I can think of is either a way more wet mix. Oh, these would have been so cute. Yeah, either a way more wet mix, or I bet you a butter bomb would have been great. But the thing is, they're going to sink. But I guess sinking is better than having bombs that completely look like they've been in a smash-up derby. So this is the one that was the closest to being good, if you can see it. But it broke right down the middle. So we now have a man's dust jar. But the smell is nice. I know the embeds might have had something to do with the integrity. They were teeny tiny little embeds though. So I'm thinking seriously. Oh yeah, and I also used 99% alcohol, which you guys know I don't do. So I'm thinking there was not enough water content to actually even harden up these poor cars. So, on that note now, I have a Ziploc bag somewhere, which is where all this stuff is going to go, into a ginormous Ziploc bag, which I don't think that's going to be big enough. Anyhow, I guess I could use my citric acid bag that I just dumped out. Well, this is where it's going, and at least, you know, it'll be safe because of the kind of bag it is. So, well, here goes my poor bomb pieces. We now have... Oh, he was pretty good. We now have a man-scented dust jar, or freaking fairy dust, or zombie acid, or whatever the heck you want to call this stuff. Oh, I can't even pick it up. It's that bad. I have no watchers today. Okay, just give me a second while I do this, or do it after. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me do this, but you know what? There's nobody watching me right now. And if you are watching after the fact, just fast forward, because this is boring. So yeah, I changed everything, the recipe. I'm still going to stick with my bling bomb, I think, for most things. I was going to talk a bit about The Walking Dead. To be honest with you guys, you know what? I didn't even watch it all on Sunday. I could not bring myself to watch it all. We recorded it so I can watch it and get caught up. I watched, I would say, probably 3/4 of it. And I'm not feeling it this year, guys. I don't know if it's because of what happened and, you know, Rick's becoming a freaking pussy or what, or maybe that's his plan. I mean, it was pretty interesting seeing that other place that took Carol with Morgan. It'd be great, since all those colonies are all freaking supplying Negan with his stuff. I think all those places should gang up together. And then you got a show. Something tells me that's probably the route they're going to go anyway. So, yeah, it's hard to say. Anybody here shop at the Dollarama? Anyone? No? Well, I went to the Dollarama yesterday just to get, I like to go in and buy up the rest of their Halloween stuff, because it was obviously, I went when it was the 31st, so Halloween Day. And you know what I found? I'll show you what I found. They have these at Dollarama for $1.25, package of 2. These are the Christmas ornaments. These are the good, thick, heavy-duty kind. Here's the 2 I used yesterday. They are actually the thicker, like the better... Well, I got 2 the same halves. They're actually the thicker, better ones, compared to the ones that you buy from, like, say, eBay. eBay, I've found a few times when I've actually squished them together, I actually end up cracking them. So they're not a very good high quality on eBay. If you're lucky, sometimes you'll get a good, you know, a good seller, and you'll have the good ones. But I just thought, wow, it's the first time I've seen this. They've got all their Christmas decorations out. I mean, in the aisle, literally, there was about this much Halloween stuff. Then it was all Christmas. Then the other side was all Christmas. Then there was another little section of Halloween stuff, which was just like their treat bags. Just some stuff like that. So I grabbed some treat bags and some, you know, last minute stuff for us that I'll have it for next year. But I actually got a whole bunch of these, but I only bought 2 packages. They had some really nice stuff in there this time, like milk bottles, except they had straws in them. I would like to find those without the straws. What else? They just had so much stuff at the Dollarama, so it was, you know, I should go more often. Maybe I should have went, like, the beginning of October to get all the Halloween stuff, but I was initially going in just to get Halloween treat bags, because of the last couple of orders that I had going out were Halloween items, and I thought it would be kind of cool to package them in the Halloween treat bags, right? But... oh well, c'est la vie, you learn. So anyways, I got them next year so I don't have to fight anybody to get anything. And wow, check these out, eh? Yeah, so don't do the water thing. when you're making your embeds, just do the standard, you know, like we did. It's like 1 to 1, 1 cup soda, 1 cup citric, 1 tablespoon of oil, and then your, you know, your color and your alcohol. I could still use these, and they're going to fizz great because I tried them. They actually do work very well. That is actually what causes the cold feeling. I don't know if you guys have ever grabbed a bath bomb when you're in the tub, and you feel that, it's like really cold kind of a feeling. That's the citric and the soda reacting with the water. That's how you get that cold part. So, oh, I see I have a joiner. Hi. It's one person. I've been on for a while and I'm almost ready to go. I was trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you guys the wands too. I have to paint those today. I was going to do an update on painting those actually to show you guys, but I will get them and I'll show you. I can't handle this feeling. I'm just going to grab you the wands and show you what they look like right now. I haven't painted them yet, but they're pretty neat looking. And I did a couple smaller ones, so I'll just show you what I did. I'm Kevin. These really should be in the fan. I'm sure they should be in the fan. Okay, so as far as the wands go, they are not dry totally yet for some reason, but I think because we've been having the dryer running and the people have been doing laundry and whatever. That's another thing I bought at the dollar store was some damp rid. But I'm thinking I might have added a tiny bit too much liquid, or my soda was old because I did it a while ago. But so anyways, here's the one. It's hard and solid, don't get me wrong, but I can still feel a bit of the moisture in it, I guess. But the smell is heavenly. They actually smell good this time. So there's that one. I think that was the first one I did. No, this was the first one, remember? And then I went back to try to put a ball in, and I couldn't put the ball in because it was already starting to harden. But yeah, you have to make sure that you squeeze that part really good to hold on to the sticks. So they're held on good. Smells really good. And then I thought, remember I was telling you guys, well, you can do the garland, you can do whatever. So I just thought I'd play. And I rolled some of the dough and I made a garland. So I'm going to paint this, obviously. I'm going to probably use some white mica and do it like it's got snow on it. A little bit on there. I might do a little bit of red, maybe a bit of green glitter, whatever. But I had a little bit left over and it wasn't enough to do a full wand. So I just made some little mini trees. So these will be samples, or I'll test the bubble factor with it. But if you see what I mean by soft, if I can show you. Like it's solid and good, but it's not completely dry. See, I can still squish it. When these things are dry, you shouldn't be able to squish it. And by that, I'll show you what I mean. Give me 1 second. I have to go to the other room. I'm sorry. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to grab you one of the older ones I did. Actually, I'll grab them both if I can. Okay. So, yeah. I'm coming. Okay. So these are some of the older ones that I've done. And I just want to show you the difference, actually. Because this one here, if you can see, that, I mean, it's solid. Rock hard solid. If you can see the texture on this one, I don't know how well you can see the texture. In my recipe, there's 2 recipes, like 2 versions. These trees were made with version 1. This was made with version 1. This is made with version 2. And if you have the recipe, you know what I mean. But it still held up amazing. There's a sniff hole. I can still smell it. The one thing I do suggest with these is like over scent them like you would. If you're thinking the smell is too strong as you're making it, That's good. You don't want to have a hint of smell, because once these things are solid, the smell kind of changes, and you'll understand what I mean by that if you've made it. So it's good to over-scent. Like I said, 2.5 pipettes. I mean, even 3, but be careful, because that does change your liquid content. And then that could be issues of why it's not drying. But this is the original, and yeah, there's a crack in the back, but it's not going anywhere. So anyways, this was recipe 2, and I think I made this in one of the demos, my probably original demo. It's been around a long time, still has the scent, still good and solid, it's still good to go. Then I made one in the same form as these with recipe 2. I did 2 batches. This is where I actually did 2 batches, because I did 2 separate colors. So this is, as you can see, can you see that it's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch? This one I also didn't sift all the stuff out, so you can actually see the oatmeal chunks, some of them, which is fine. I mean, it's a good thing, but you're not going to be rubbing it on you anyways, but it helps with the water. So anyways, he used to be blue. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he does have a slight purple hue to him. So eventually the colors can and will change. Like this used to be a really dark lake blue, and it's now got a bit of a purple hinge to it. But that's just the outer side. Like I said, once you've been using it for a while and in the water, it'll go back to blue. Your water will be blue. But yeah, this was done with the same version as my trees. I think I let it stay out to dry maybe a week, if not longer, because I kind of forgot about them. But I wanted them to be like rock solid. And as you can tell, this one's done with a wooden stick. So is the other one. And then the ones before this were done with paper sticks. And I was waiting for these plastic sticks to come in. So these aren't too bad. Like if you have to, like, I mean, I know Lush uses or used to use wooden sticks or whatever it was, or cinnamon sticks. The only thing I find out about with these is because they've been in the water and you're constantly using them in the water and they last so long, sometimes right around the top you'll get that kind of a moldy, it's a discoloration. Wood goes black when it's been exposed to water for a very long time, so that's kind of why I ixnayed on the wooden stick. But I just wanted to show you, they do last a really long time. So if you make them and then you put them aside, it's not like you have to make them a week before whatever event you have. You can make them, package them all up, and just put them away and forget about them. Keep them out of the light if you can. That will help with the color fading. Like mine have been put away, but just this last couple weeks I've had them in a glass jar, because I was going to do them, I was going to use them at that show that I didn't end up going to for the Harvest Roots Festival. I didn't go, so, but I just didn't put them away. I left them in the jar, but I just wanted to show you that. So yeah, and as far as that whole mixing the water thingy with the soda, I mean, maybe I added too much water. That's probably what it was. I guess if you're going to do it that way, my suggestion is take a bottle, put your water in it, and put your colorant in it, as in your liquid or your powdered dye, and just spray the soda if you have to do it that way. I mean, to me, it's not a huge freaking deal to do it while I'm making the batch. Like, I don't need more stuff sitting around, you know, that I can use or whatever. I would rather just use the color as I need it. With the lakes, the only reason I did it was because I was making quite a few batches of like the same type of balm, so I wanted the color to be fairly you know, like fairly consistent from batch to batch to batch. So that's why I did it, so that I would get the same green hue or the same purple hue. Purple also is a very hard one to mix, to make a purple. A lot of people end up with gray, or just it's not a purple. So once I figured out the purple that I wanted, I thought, yeah, this is great. So I got to keep this purple up so that I'm always in the right, you know, I still have that nice purple hue, and I don't have to go, what did I do to make that purple? So everything's written down too, so I remember, but just some little tips and stuff, you know. So yeah, I was going to come down with a coffee this morning, but I've already had about, 3, been up since 5. I don't know, Shaney was supposed to be, he's been seeing a counselor, which I'm probably not supposed to talk about, but a few of you guys know that. He, each week she challenges him, and she'll ask him to do a specific, like one week it was, about touching doorknobs and stuff like that, whatever. The one big thing that Shaney has a habit of doing, which I mean, it's okay, but it's kind of gets you after a while, is he would get up at 4:30 every morning, which means he gets up, I get up. And then it would be like 6:30, we had to go put his laundry in for the day, one outfit for the day. 7 o'clock, he went up for the shower, or his stuff went in the dryer. He went up for a shower about 7:30. I had to go bring the stuff from the dryer up to his bedroom, so when he was done his shower, his clothes were there. Well, she's testing him, trying to get him to do, like, say, a week's worth of laundry, like Sunday night, so that he doesn't have to do that thing every morning, and that gives him a chance to get up later in the morning. It lasted for a few days, but even this morning, I mean, his laundry was done from yesterday, or the day before, but he still got up at 5. So I know there's that internal clock thing and whatever, and it's really hard to break habits and all. I mean, trust me, I know. Try quitting smoking, but it's just, I mean, he's trying. I'm super proud of him because he's doing this. But, try going and dealing with an adolescent, pubescent child with this. It's like, I'm ready to, I don't know, break down. No, he's doing really, really well. Really well. It's just been a handful. So if you guys haven't seen me on in a while, or if I'm doing these videos and they seem kind of short, or whatever the case may be, it's just because I'm probably dealing with stuff here. Be it either that, I'm supposed to be getting a secondhand bed because my bed is toast, and if you guys know that I have bad back, bad hips, I just can't get out of bed in the morning. It's literally like sleeping on concrete. So my brother has his bed that I guess I'm getting because he got a new bed, which I would just like a new bed, but that'll come up, I guess, eventually. So I'm in the process of trying to get my room organized, and so I can get that bed up there. I also had orders I have to do. I've got most of them done. I've got 2 more to do. One is not paid, so I'm not going to, kind of focus on that one. I'm going to focus on the one that's been paid for. Super nice lady from what I'm, from talking back and forth. I'm excited to do it. These car bombs were supposed to be for her. So now we have to rethink that plan. So it's either going to be, I don't know if I should do a butter bomb. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I mean, to me, a man bomb for a boy, I just didn't want to do a ball. I wanted him to have something fun. So I still might have to play around, but the thing is, I don't have a lot of time to play around with. It has to be out by November 11th. And I have to do things for a 13-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl, and then the mom. The mom is not a hard one to do because she likes pretty much like what everybody likes, so that's not a big, huge deal, but it's the kids. So, which also means I have to do the jelly, which will be fun because you guys have not seen me do a jelly yet. I cheat. I cannot for the life of me make a Jello. So I buy a jelly. It's a soap base, but it's the best one I could find with the least amount of ingredients, which is it's pretty much the same ingredients as if you were to make the jelly yourself. It's just I cannot do it. Like I said, I can't even make Jello. I've tried doing it with just all boiling water. I've tried doing it with boiling water, cool water, you name it. I can't do Jello, so the jellies are a real struggle. But I got to do a Jello or jellies for them. I also have shampoo and body wash and gel coming, so that's going to be my next thing. I actually used the shampoo first last night. I have to say I like it. Rosemary and mint feels amazing on not only your hair but your scalp. Like, holy crap. First shampoo, guys, I've used since I've been not using shampoo and only been using my bath bomb foam, so it was pretty nice to have a real shampoo that didn't irritate me, and I mean, no knots, no nothing. It was great. But anyways, I don't know. If you guys want me to come back on and do something as far as the video goes later, let me know. How old is who? Shane? Shane just turned 13, September. So, yeah, he apparently all this stuff just triggered him. He says grade 5. He's in grade 8 now. I didn't notice it till grade 6. And the funny thing is, his older brother, who you guys I think maybe have seen, or if you haven't seen him, you've heard him once or twice. It affected him for the first time when he was in grade 6 too. And I've just found out it's genetic. So most likely they got it from me. I'm the one that has the anxiety and the whole other whatever issues. And they did say, yeah, it was genetic, hereditary, whatever you want to call it. Their dad is OCD as well. Not in a, light switch, flicky thing, but he has his own really weird things. I shouldn't say weird, but it's definitely noticeable. We all do. There's certain things about all of us that all have a little bit of the trait, but it's the anxiety one that's really bad with him that I really worry about. So we're both on medication for that. I've had not really any problems that I notice anyway. My son, this is the first one that's actually I guess it's working for him. He doesn't notice a difference, but that's fine. That's good. The first one they put him on, he said his mind was gone. Blank. He couldn't think. There was nothing going on in his little brain. He was freaking out because this kid is so smart and has so much imagination and so talented. I mean, I should bring down my drawing or his drawings and show you guys what this kid can do. Like, he is just, and I know he's my kid and I'm bragging, but I'm telling you, if he wasn't my kid, it's phenomenal. He even had a drawing published in a book. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think he was in grade 5 or 4 or 5 when they did that. And he's quite the little artist. So, and he's always got, ideas and inventions and things going on in his brain. And so, yeah, when he didn't have a thought in his brain, he hated it. He was just like literally in tears and made his panics worse. So we got him off of that. And then they put him on the same stuff that I think Jim Carrey's on the same stuff. He's on a very mild dose, though. And then I guess we're going to slowly raise it. But right now, he's on the lowest dose, and he seems fine. So, I don't know. I guess you get immune to it, and you have to raise it or something. We'll see how it goes. But for now, he's doing really well. Not perfect, but there's a huge improvement. And it's a lot easier to live with in some instances. And in other instances, I just want to rip my hair out. Try living with 3 boys that are like that. It's nuts. Well, yeah, 2 boys permanently, 1 temporarily. Anyways, doesn't matter. On that note, guys, I'm going to go put these back to dry. I'm thinking I might have to put them in a bucket with some damp rid. That's the other thing that they have at the Dollarama. Those little buckets of damp rid. If you're having issues with your bombs or anything you're making that's not drying, get a big Rubbermaid tote, the biggest you can find or whatever. Make some makeshift shelves, layers, whatever you can put in there. You can get those stacking things that you put underneath your sink or the letter things. Put one of them in the tote. Put your bombs or your wands or whatever that you're trying to dry in there on all your layers. Get a container of damp rid. Put it in the Tupperware. Put the lid on. And that should help keep the humidity out and take out all the moisture. And it should do it slow enough that these don't crumble or crack and your bombs don't crack. So that's a little something. Just don't do it plus the fan. I find that's too much of an air. Same with the rice. If you're drying your bombs on uncooked rice, don't do the fan and the rice. It's too much moisture taking away from it too fast. So do one or the other. I've actually had way better luck lately with nothing on. I just sit them out here on the table. The temperature is nice and normal now, where I don't need a fan, I don't need anything, so. The heat pump. What's a heat pump? Sorry, I was just reading a comment. It says she puts her cupcakes in front of the heat pump. What's a heat pump? Like one of those heat register thingies in your house? You know how some people have the registers, some people have the, you have it when you have a boiler in your house, you have the big radiators, that's it. One of them? See, I just put mine on the table for now. It seems to be working, but if it's too cold or that furnace gets on, it gets a bit too dry, and then I have to be careful too, but I just found out I'm going to get a room all tented off, so I'm pretty excited. Hopefully we can do it, but I'm getting located to that room again. Hopefully, I don't want to move again. I like it where I am, but they want to put me in the other room with the packing room. So I don't know how we'll do this, but we'll figure something out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go for a bit. If there's something you guys want me to do, or whatever, yeah. See, this is the one I made. They're not drawing right. I'm going to have to fart with my recipe. So if there's anything you guys want me to do, or do a video, or whatever, it's a heater for an air conditioner. It's supposed to be an alternate furnace in the chilly months. Okay, neat. I'll have to look that up and see what it looks like. So anyways, guys, yeah, if there's any videos or anything you guys want me to do, you can comment underneath this video, or like once it's on YouTube, or you guys can PM me or whatever, either on my Facebook business or even my normal page, and just yeah, give me a shout and let me know what you want to hear or something you want to do or whatever. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to have coffee. I'm going to wake up my older son because I have to go to the store, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Okay. That was a long one.